先輩、お腹空きませんか？なんか出前でも取りましょうよ。先輩、寝ちゃったんですか？
うるさいわね。少し考え事をしていただけよ。何なの？
だからお腹空きませんかって出前取りましょうよ。
ダメよ。食事をすれば眠くなるでしょ。9時になったら休憩をあげるからもう少し我慢しなさい。
そんな、まだ45分もあるじゃないですか。私お昼はツナサンドとヨーグルトだけだったんですよ。
I think that's good enough. I mean, I don't know how much this is the yogurt, but a tuna sandwich is roughly about, what, 350, 400 calories?
知らないわよ。とにかく我慢なさい。
So if the yogurt's like 100, that's a reasonable 450 to 500. For a girl, that's a lot.
そりゃ先輩はいいですよ。イリスマキナ飲み前に行って先方のおごりでイタリアンとか食べてきたんでしょ。いいな。
食事は辞退したわよ。私だって駅前でお蕎麦食べただけなんだからうだうだ言わないの。
もったいなくないですか？っていうか、あの黄色い車で乗りつけて、しかもそのド金髪にスーツ姿で立ち食いそば食べたんですか？なんかそれはそれで勇者ですね。
バカ言ってないで。ちゃんと自分の仕事をしなさい。
そうは言ってもここ数日9029に目立った動きはありませんよ。もう海外にでも逃亡しちゃったんじゃないですかね。
それはないわ。あの男がそう簡単に諦めるわけがないもの。
でもイリスマキナはこちらの手の内ですし、結局9029の最終的な目的って何なんです？
それが分かっているなら苦労はないわよ。でもこれはあくまでも私の想像だけれど、9029の最終的な目標はイリスマキナの恒久的な解放だと思っているわ。
恒久的な解放ってどういう意味です？
そのままの意味よ。これから先ずっとイリスマキナが何者にも阻害されることなく暮らしていける環境を手に入れるという意味。
そんなのどうやって成し遂げるつもりなんです？
方法は2つ。イリスマキナを連れて3年間逃げ回るか、イリスマキナに敵対する存在を片っ端から排除するか。
イリスマキナを連れて逃げるって言っても彼女の身柄はこちらの手の内にありますし、それにまだ昏睡状態ですよ。
昏睡といっても夜中に時々目を覚ましている状態だし、病院にもうちの警護は配置していないし、連れ出そうと思えば不可能ではないわ。
どうして警護をつけないんです？
クライアントからは警護をつけろなんて一言も言われていないもの。
だからって
さらわれたらさらわれたで、病院外の事故は起こしやすいと考えているのでしょうね。
嫌な話聞くんじゃない。
Oh, sorry.
それじゃあ9029はもう何もできないんじゃないですか？
あなた、私の話ちゃんと聞いてた？方法は2つあるって言ったでしょ。
でもそれって相手はイリスケですよ。イリスケを相手に襲いかかってくる人間を片っ端から倒したってキリがないじゃないですか。
どんなに巨大な組織でも必ず弱点はあるわ。
Yeah, if you guys were paying attention to the opening like 30 hours ago, if you guys are actually binge watching this series, maybe like 40 hours at this point, what is going on the opening is going to happen soon.
イリスケの弱点って何です？
組織だって生き物よ。生き物ってのは大抵頭を潰せば死ぬわ。
イリスケの忠告、頭脳に当たる部分といえば
イリス清香ね。9029はまず間違いなくイリス清香の暗殺に乗り出すでしょうね。
大変じゃないですか。そこまで分かっていてどうして対策を講じないんですか？
あなた、 本当に仕事をしているの？もう2週間も前から入清香にはうちの4桁が身辺警護として貼り付いているわよ。
嘘。
コンピュータで状況を調べてみなさい。
本当だ。4桁が2人、3桁が4人も配備されてます。オープンブルマーですね。
さりげなく聞き流すところだったけど、それを言うなら大盤振る舞いよ。
I don't know what I'm guessing open bloomers is what she said in the original Japanese.
日本語難しいね。
あなた3分の2は日本人でしょうが。
3分の1はアフリカ人ですよ。
Really? I actually did not remember that she's African. Wow, interesting.
インド島系アフリカ人？
インド島バカにしてますか？ぶっ飛ばしますよ。
そんなことよりアイリスグローバル本社の警備状況は？異常はない？
はい、今のところ緊急は入っていません。本社周辺の高層建築物もクリアです。
9029が毎回狙撃を手段とするとは限らないわよ。建物に入る人間は全てチェックしている？
ああ、その件でクレームが出てますね。ID カード式の入社証を持たないと社内に入れないもんだから、出入りの下請けとの間でトラブルが何件か。ってあれ？
どうしたの？
入社する人間の管理をしてるの、うちの人間じゃないんですね。
ああ、まあ上の方でいろいろと話し合いがあったみたいでね。桜田門の第2機動部隊がチェックをしているそうよ。
いいね、独さ。
Oh, sorry, I thought she was
なん
done.
でそんな話になったんです？
God, I'm actually so invested right now that I kind of, just skim, and then when I finish reading, I'm like, yeah, I'm not even waiting for the voices and just click enter.
もう身内の出した日とか言ってる場合じゃなくなったのよ。うちの内事部長と向こうの公安部長、学生時代に同期だったらしくて、無駄に仲が悪いのよね。
ああ、それ噂になってますよ。向こうのハム長の奥さん、うちの内事部長の元カノなんでしょ？面倒なことにならなきゃいいですけど。
船頭を多くして船山を登るってね。日本語って面白いわね。
I also don't know what that means, JB. Damn you!
笑ってる場合じゃないですよ。もしイリス清香が9029に殺されちゃったらどうするんです？
一応その時のための脚本も用意したんだけど、主犯の外国人テロリストは北と東どっちがしっくりくると思う
？9029の犯行を隠すつもりなんですか？
じゃああなたイリスケを相手に、この度はうちの飼い犬がとんでもないことをってバームクーヘン持って謝りに行ってくれる？
冗談じゃないですよ。
そうならないために私たちは食事もしないで頑張ってるんでしょうが。分かったらモニターから離れない。
ああ、もう。はい。
At times like these, I can't help thinking if only Asako were here. If Asako was still alive, she'd probably talk Yuji down in minutes. But then again, if Asako was still alive, it never would have come to this in the first place. Kazami Yuji can't kill people. The trauma of his childhood and the words of his mentors stay his hand. But taking Yorisu Makina from him may have pulled out that safety pin for good. Honestly, you left behind one hell of a nasty little 10 minutes after forcibly commandeering? I think it's commandeering the light van, I have the driver pull over and get out under the pretense of inspecting the vehicle, then inform him it's being confiscated as evidence. I explain that I have no legal authority to silence him, but it'd be wisest to keep quiet and avoid possible conflicts with Ministry of Defense bylaws. When he nods, I promise the van will be returned in 2 days and hand him JB's card. This, I clarify, is actually an automated line. Just call the number without saying a word, and within 30 minutes, a nice sturdy car will come pick you up. The driver's face as he accepts it with both hands. In any case, now I've got myself a suitable method of transportation. Leaving the van I borrowed at a parking deck connected to a movie theater, I buy a few plastic bottles of water at a convenience store, then head down into the nearby subway station. Not that I'm actually planning on using a train this time. Making my way to the coin lockers inside the station, I retrieve my personal belongings and Machina's apple seedling, then go to my knees and carefully water the plant. I haven't been wandering around aimlessly for the last 2 weeks. I've been moving around gathering information, looking for a way to break out of this dead-end situation quickly and decisively. There aren't many cards left in my hand, and among them, only one stands out as an efficient and practical play. Even so, I've been conflicted. Still am. There's a part of me casting around desperately in search of the most peaceful possible solution, and a part of me hissing, "You know the quickest way to end this, so get moving." It's not really much of a debate. I'm probably just hesitating. The person Asako raised me to be, a person who chose not to kill, is making his last stand against the vicious thing that's been sealed away inside me since I was a child. Even now, I can feel the balance slipping little by little with every passing minute. This agonizing won't last much longer. Yeah, there's only one way to wrap up everything neatly, isn't there? I take out the backpack I'd stowed with the seedling in my locker and retrieve the small gun stashed away at the bottom. It's a double-action automatic. Takes 13 9mm bullets. JB gave me the thing in a personal capacity for use as a concealed carry sidearm, but I found the quirkiness of the firing sequence hard to get used to. It's been sitting in the bottom of my backpack for a very long time. I unlock and open the case, then take out the well-oiled body of the weapon, remove the double-column magazine, and fill it with ammunition. Returning the loaded mag to the stock, I pull the slight assembly back, push the first bullet firmly into the chamber, and release my grip on the squeeze cocker beneath the trigger guard. The firing pin returns to the safety position. Honestly, what the hell am I supposed to do with this thing? Still, I've got no choice but to manage. Slipping the small pistol in between my belt and waist, I return my backpack to the locker, then get to my feet with the potted apple tree in my hands. But first, better go reinforce my resolve. I make my way back into the subway station crowds, setting off with the seedling against the flow of businessmen on their way home. About 1 hour later, I find Matsuzawa Psychiatrics still and quiet. It's already well past visiting hours. As always, there aren't any guards or even observers posted in the area. My infiltration consists of slipping in easily through a ground-level emergency exit. I follow a hallway faintly illuminated by the neon glow of the sign above the door. An empty flight of stairs takes me to the 3rd floor, where I make my way to a secluded private suite. At the very back of the 3rd floor, I glance at the nameplate, Irisu Machina, hanging horizontally across the final door, then slide it quietly open with no hesitation whatsoever. Hey Machina, I'm back. This might be the last time I see you, so I brought you a plant today. And well, okay, sorry, but I've made up my mind to kill your mother. Don't worry, I'll pull it off perfectly. I'll set you free. What? Were you awake? Yeah, that I did. I've been watering it and everything. Machina, do you think you can make it out to the front of the station tomorrow evening? By tomorrow evening, everything should be over, so let's meet up and find ourselves some place to live together. Don't like the idea?
そうじゃないのよ。でも、私がいなくなったら、妹が、サリナが助からないのさ。
What are you talking about?
私の妹、瀕死の重傷なんだって。そんでね、妹を助けるには私の臓器がいるんだって。
Your family's got the money, Machina. Your mom's clearly just making up excuses. The hell's with that? I see. So that's how it is. So that's what's been keeping her alive since they got their hands on her. The bastards. Don't worry. I'll wrap everything up nice and clean. Just be waiting tomorrow at 1800 hours in front of the station. I'll definitely come to pick you.
わかった。待ってるのよ。だから必ず来てね。
Damn, you're actually triggering your own death flag right here, Yuji. Never make promises like that, man. Yeah, I promise. Back asleep already, huh? Well, now that I've gone and made her a promise, guess I'll have to keep it. If I were to disappear, who'd keep this girl safe? Who's going to protect a girl whose own mother wants to kill her? I wanted to make her into a woman who could stand on her own 2 feet, even when I'm no longer there to support her. But there's no more time. They've backed us into a corner. All I can do now is finish thoroughly as possible. I've sharpened my fangs. I've torn off my color. Nothing left to do but charge at my enemy and rip out their throat. Changing into a plain workman's uniform from the back of my van, I head out onto the highway. The trip to Irisu Global Headquarters takes 40 uneventful minutes. I exit the highway a little early and quietly make my way to a local street that runs along the back of the Irisu headquarters. Within a few minutes, the service entrance comes into view ahead, marked only by a plain series of guide. Be something else there at the bottom. I don't know what that is though. Oh, guide lights, there we go. As Sakura Demon's currently subjecting every vehicle to extensive security checks before letting it onto the ramp, there's a decent backlog of minivans and trucks lined up waiting to enter. I reach past the AC vent to flip on my hazard lamps, pull one wheel up onto the shoulders so traffic can pass, and queue up at the end of the line. A police officer who's been watching my approach promptly approaches, his boots slapping noisily against the pavement. He's carrying a binder and ballpoint pen in one hand. With the other, he knocks slightly on my side window. Ah, yeah. Even as a sulky frown flashes across my face, I obediently reach down and twist my key in the ignition. Then lower the driver's side window, grab the entry permit sitting on top of the dashboard, and present it to the officer. The officer accepts the paper, puts it into his binder, cranes his head a little to check my license plate number, then begins scratching away at a form. This part's a gamble. A calculated gamble, but a gamble nonetheless. Over the last few weeks, I've been stealthily visiting the area around Irisu HQ at regular moments, probing and observing the security. About a week ago, I realized a mobile police unit had been placed in charge of inspecting all incoming deliveries. Until then, our people had been in charge, so I'd been forced to keep a wary distance, but I'm willing to bet some political wrangling about Ichigaya's earlier blunders resulted in the establishment of an extremely superficial joint investigation headquarters, when the cops taking over a few minor jobs like this. This sort of thing is always the brainchild of someone in Kasumigaseki, and often results in the cooperating agencies competing in an attempt to show off the said bureaucrat. And even at the best of times, Sakura-damon and my employer are on terrible terms, frequently neglecting to share even crucial information. Healthy rivalries and in-house competition are all well and good, but when things get out of hand, you just end up sabotaging each other. Very convenient now that I find myself on the other side. Look, I don't know what you guys are supposed to be looking out for here, but how long is this gonna last? We're all busy people, you know.
まあね、私もこれが仕事だから。すみませんけど、ご理解とご協力を願いますよ。あと運転免許証を拝見できますか。
Clicking my tongue in irritation, I rest my right hand on top of the wheel, my upper body over toward the passenger seat and open the glove compartment. Retrieving a light blue I suppose that's supposed to be a pass case? I take out the driver's license and hand it. Of course, it's just one of the numerous cover IDs my company prepared for me in the days when we were on better terms.
はいどうも。帽子取ってもらえるかな。
Policeman checks the photograph on my license, then looks up to compare it with my own features, squinting irritably as he shines his flashlight in my eyes. I shove my face forward for examination.
はい、いいですよ。ありがとうございました。
While carefully accepting the license back, I shot a quick glance at my rearview mirror out of the corner of my eye. There's already quite a few new arrivals waiting behind my for their own inspection. One or two of them have begun noisily revving up their engines as if to say, "Get a move on."
はいはい、ちょっと待ってね。
Grimacing at the noise, the policeman wedges the binder with my fake entry permit under his arm, then bends down and pokes something that looks like a motorcycle rear-view mirror beneath the vehicle, examining the undercarriage. Looks like the forgery of the permit went fairly well, at least. 4 days ago, I managed to approach one of the trucks lined up here waiting to enter the warehouse. After presenting one of my company IDs, I asked to see their permit, which I then quietly photographed with a digital camera. With those images as a base, I used a PC in a net cafe in Shin-Okubo to mock up a falsified document, then printed it out in a neighborhood copy shop. Pretty half-assed job, but the cop doesn't seem to have any suspicions at the moment.
それじゃあ荷物の中身確認させてもらっていいかな。
Goes to show how competent policemen are when things are quite peaceful, aren't they? Yep. Answering in the grouchy tone of a man who's having his time wasted, I reach to the side of my seat and yank up the lever that controls the van's hatchback. As the rear door swings upward with a soft hiss of extending dampers, the policeman sticks his head inside. Opening the lids of the cardboard boxes one after the other, he steps into the work uniforms packed inside, confirming that I'm not hiding anything suspicious inside.
作業服屋さん？
Yeah, that's right.
遅くまで仕事大変だね。
We're in the same boat there, right? Come on, please finish up already. It's gonna be a real pain if you mess up all the merchandise like this.
すみませんね。すぐに終わりますから。おい、あだかよ。早くしろよ。
An angry shout from the driver of the next truck cuts through the air. Damn straight, let's get a move on here. If somebody from the company looks into that driver's license number, it's an instant game over. I'd really like to be inside before that happens.
はい、それじゃあ結構ですよ。車を前に進めてください。
The officer quickly pushes a stamp down twice on the document in his binder, then returns my forged entry permit. Narrowing one eye, I curt nod. Right. Thanks.
はい、次の人。前に進んでエンジンを止めて。
Guess the public sector is not all sunshine, donuts, and fat pensions, huh? Muttering these sympathetic sentiments to no one in particular, I start the van's engine, then guide it smoothly to the entrance ramp leading down into the basement of Irisu Global Headquarters.
社長、この本社の警備体制はいつまで続くのでしょうか。各部署から業務遅延の報告と下請けからのクレームが数件入っておりますが。
私からもあまり大げさにはしないでほしいと伝えてはあるのだけれど、同じ建物に2つの公の機関が同時にいるのが良くないみたいで、なんだか皆さん無駄に張り切っているのよね。
2週間ですよ。このままの状況があと10日も続けば警備とは呼べない損失が発生しますが。
そうね。全ては私がここにいるのが原因なのでしょうけど、娘のこともあって今は日本を離れるわけにもいかないし困ったわね。
お嬢様とご一緒に一時海外へ行かれてはどうでしょう。
そうね。だいぶごちゃごちゃしてきたし、それがいいかもしれないわね。お父様の飛行機は使えるの？
はい、明日の午後4時には飛べるよう手配可能です。
ではそうしてちょうだい。マキナとサリナ両方連れて行きますから、現地の病院とお母様に連絡を。
承知いたしました。
お母様へのお見舞いも何か適当に見繕っておいて。
いつものように反物でよろしいでしょうか。
そうね。それと鶴屋の栗まんじゅうも用意しておいてちょうだい。
ご母堂様はあんこが嫌いだったと記憶しておりますが、確か以前お土産として月餅をお持ちになられた時に大喧嘩になったかと。
I'm guessing that's intentional.
もちろん覚えているわ。それにお母様は栗も嫌いなの。だから持っていくんじゃありませんか。
Very good family you have there.
承知いたしました。ご用意させていただきます。
お願いね。
失礼します。疲れた。
Well, holy shit. About time you came back. Where the heck you been? Don't got all day here, you know.
誰？
Ah, you don't gotta freak out on me, miss. I'm just a delivery man. Got a package to drop off. I'm guessing you just like using some sort of, you know, an accent in the Japanese language. I don't know, maybe like Kansai Ben or something.
配達ってどうやってここへ？
Huh? How the hell do you think? Said I had a package for the prez. The lady at the reception desk said, well, go take take it on upstairs then.
そんなバカな。受付ってどこの受付？
What do I care? Anywho, I'm here to deliver this to the president.
社長に直接？
Da.
荷物の中身は？
The hell do I know? They just told me to deliver the thing. Probably just one of them bomb coochies or what have you.
なんで中を確認しても？
Fine by me, but on your own head be it. Arcing one eyebrow dubiously, Miss Sawada accepts the cardboard box and removes the lid. Inside are numerous heavy-duty nylon ropes, and on top of these, there's a single scrap of paper. Don't make a sound or you're dead. Miss Sawada stares blankly at the words for a moment, her mouth hanging open slightly in bewilderment, before raising her face questioningly to me.
これって。
What, you illiterate? Don't make a sound or you're going to die. I pull out my handgun from the breast pocket of my work uniform, firmly depressing the squeezed cocker to ready the firing pin. I said not to make a sound. Thrusting the gun forward threateningly, I use my free hand to remove the cap on my head and spit out the tissue paper I'd stuffed in my cheeks. Wada's eyes go wide with shock.
あなた、風見裕二。
I was taught to laugh off a woman's stupidity 3 times, but that was your last strike. The next time you make a sound, I'm going to kill you. Apparently sensing something in my dark, sunken eyes, Miss Sawada bites firmly down on her lower lip and proceeds to glare angrily up at me in complete silence. That a girl. I'm going to... Holding the gun steady in my right hand, I quickly reach out with my left and pull out a handkerchief that had been peeking out of the secretary's breast pocket. Give me an ah. What's wrong? Open your mouth. Come on. Ah. You got no idea how ridiculous you look. Just a joke. Don't get angry. Keep your hands on top of the desk. Don't go for the alarm button. I ball up the handkerchief and stuff it into Sawada's mouth, then fix the gag in place with a nylon rope from the box. Stand up. Slowly come out from behind the desk. Put your knees on the ground and hold out your hands behind you. Sorry, this might hurt a little, but tough it out. Miss Sawada seems to have decided that the resistance would be pointless, as she obediently follows my instructions and waits quietly to be bound. Taking several more cords of I quickly tie her hands behind her back, link her ankles together, and finally connect the two bundles to immobilize her completely. That posture will probably get a little painful after a while. Why don't we lie you down? Slipping my hands under Sawada's armpits, I gently lower her sideways onto the thick carpet. The secretary squirms around a little after being after being what? Appended? You pended? I guess it's appended. But once you're on the ground in this position, it's impossible to get back up on your own power. Whole. Exhaling quietly, I review every step in the process that brought me here, searching for any potential oversights. Everything's gone pretty much exactly according to plan so far. Once I got inside, it was surprisingly smooth sailing. After following the ramp down to the delivery entrance at the very bottom of the tower, I hauled out the cardboard boxes from the back of my van and began to load them onto a large freight elevator. All well and good that I'd gotten this far, but now I had to come up with some kind of inconspicuous route upward. The final cardboard box in my arms, I was casually glancing in the direction of the emergency exit when I noticed another man in a uniform working nearby. The man loaded a few crates from the panel van he'd presumably driven down here, then wheeled his pallet jack into the elevator and slipped into the corner of the cage. You not getting in? Taking the man's question as my cue, I followed him into the elevator and with almost disappointing ease found myself rising to the third-floor warehouse. My new colleague took off his hat and offered a brief greeting to the manager, then wheeled his delivery off into the maze of shelves with the easy familiarity of a man in his own home. I imitated the man's slight bow toward the manager, then followed him into the depths of the warehouse with a nonchalant expression on my face. A little way inside, I stopped and took out a notebook from the pocket of my uniform, pretending to double-check where I needed to stow my packages. Soon enough, the other man finished his own delivery and headed back out. Instead of riding the freight elevator back down, the delivery man simply said, "Can you get the door, please?" In response, the manager pressed the button to unlock a door leading to an external emergency staircase. The man nodded his thanks and slipped outside, probably needed to go down a floor to get some documents signed. After briefly considering the matter, I decided to make use of the emergency stairs myself. A single sentence to the manager got me outside, but instead of heading downstairs, I climbed up to the 4th floor, where an inviting door offered access to an internal evacuation staircase. The problem was opening it. An emergency exit is only intended to open one way. For obvious reasons, they're designed not to be accessible from the outside. I spent years on the Ichigaya payroll for show. I was taught a method that can get you inside one of these with a bit of delicate fiddling. A little time-consuming, but it almost always works. However, even if it was possible to unlock the door, I couldn't just swing the thing open. An emergency exit of this sort has an alarm device active by default. The instant it opens, an ear-splitting bell goes off, and building security will instantly be contacted. As a countermeasure, I use a classic trick, deceiving the alarm with a bit of aluminum foil. I took Makina's pack of grape-flavored Bubble King from my pocket, unwrapped one stick, and popped it into my mouth. Folding wrapping paper into a flat sheet, I stuck the piece of gum onto it as an adhesive, and fixed it over the alarm sensor. After a few minutes of work on the door, I slipped quietly into the deserted evacuation staircase, and without further difficulty, made my way straight up to the 12th floor. Now, it's just a matter of getting into the president's office, but... Oops, that was a bit sloppy. Now that I look carefully, there's a fingerprint scanner next to the heavy wooden door in back, with an LCD screen displaying lock in red letters. Come to think of it, Miss Sawada here had to unlock the door for me last time I visited. Should have had her open it before I tied her up. Now what? I glanced back at the secretary, lying on the ground with her body arched back like a shrimp. Only her face pointing this way. Could always just chop off a finger, but that's a bit much. Your boyfriend would go limp with guilt every time you try a hand job, right? Can't have that. Pushing my gun into the belly of my work uniform, I haul Miss Sawada up off the thick rug. Pipe down. I'm just going to borrow your finger for a second. Don't make too much noise or I'll just snip one off with that pair of scissors on your desk. Lifting Sawada over my shoulder, I bring her to the door and guide the index finger of her right hand to the scanner. Okay, thanks. We're good now. Gently lowering the secretary back to the floor, I firmly grab hold of the doorknob. Do or die time. Possibly both. Pardon me. I suppose that's like ojamashimasu. Kazami Yuji reporting in. Irisu Kyoka's eyes open wide with shock. A deep-fried okaki cracker freezing halfway to her mouth. Snacking in the middle of the night? You're going to put on weight, you know. I glance briefly at the corner of the ceiling. The surveillance camera's activity light isn't on. I'm willing to bet Irisu Kyoka deliberately turned the thing off to keep her midnight snack private.
あなたどうしてここへ
Why are you here? How did you get in? Women always ask the same questions. I pulled a small handgun out of my work uniform. My previous visit made it clear that further discussion is pointless. Today, I've come to eliminate you as a threat to Irisu Makina.
排除って落ち着きなさい
Sorry, not interested. Talking just makes the trigger heavier. I should have shot this woman dead the moment I saw her. I've already made this harder than it needed to be. Don't falter, Yuji. Pull the trigger. Now, before the momentum fades. Sensing my momentary hesitation, Kyoka leaps forward, aiming for the door behind me. Damn it! As the woman tries to slip past my side, I swing my arm in a vicious arc, slamming the butt of my pistol into her temple. Her body jerks backward. I sweep her legs out from under her, and she tumbles to the ground.
私を殴ったわね
And that's not the only thing I'm gonna do, Kyoka. Yeah, that I did. Tell me something. Did your parents ever hit you?
ないわ親どころか誰にも殴られたことなんてないわ
Figured as much. That explains a lot.
それが何だというの私は殴られるようなミスを一つもしてこなかったというだけよ
Wrong. That just means that you had very good parents. That's a delusion, an egotistical fantasy. Your parents guided you around every bump in the road, and when you tripped over your own feet, you found someone else to blame. You've lived your life in denial of your own shortcomings. You were chauffeured down a life others set out for you. Never spanked, never frustrated, never knowing pain. That's why you turned into a woman who could sacrifice her own daughter without so much as a twinge of conscience.
知った風な口をあなたに私の何がわかるというの
Oh, I understand. My father was the same way. The old man was a waste of space who spent most of his life eating through his inheritance. When he screwed up or things took a bad turn, he'd take it out on the people around him. He knocked me around to forget his troubles. Thought every other person in the world was trash. Any living thing that he couldn't use to his advantage was worthless. Didn't even see us as human beings. Pissed him off just to look at us. This ringing any bells?
それは役立たずのひがみだわ
You've got the same disease. There's no curing it now. If I don't kill you, Makina will die.
待ってマキナのために私を殺そうというのねえそれは無駄よやめなさい私を殺してもマキナを殺そうとする人はいくらでもいるわ
It's not relevant. If anyone else comes to kill her, I'll eliminate them one by one, as many times as it takes.
わかったわ取引をしましょう私を殺さないでくれるなら私もマキナを殺しませんそうだなんだったらあなたマキナと結婚するあんなわけのわからない組織で使い捨てにされるよりずっといい暮らしができるわよ
Sounds nice. I always dream about that sort of thing.
でしょねそうなさいな
There's just one problem though. I'd rather die than become your son. You know, I thought long and hard before I came here. I was very close to CERN, but I tried to convince myself there was the slightest chance you cared about Makina as a mother. I mean, come on. Having to settle things through killing? It's just too damn sad, isn't it?
だからね私を殺さなければ誰も死なないのよ
Listen to what I'm telling you. I thought long and hard, and this was the answer. I've reached my conclusion. My will isn't weak enough to be swayed by your words. That's enough. Just pull the damn trigger. Don't let emotion cloud your mind any further. Pull the trigger now and everything will end. You won't have to fear the night any longer. Don't you remember what you came here to do? Why are you standing in this room, Kazami Yuji? What are you to Makina? I know. I'm her father. I promised the girl I'd become her father.
待って、何を言っているの？ねえ、お願い、やめて。殺さないで。私が何をしたっていうの？マキナを殺したわけでもないのに。私が悪かったのなら謝るから。ねえ、許してお願いよ。何でもするから。
There's far worse crimes out there than just killing people, you know. What an awful face. But I've got the feeling I've seen it somewhere before. Where was it? Ah, now I get it. She looks just like Makina. Well, of course she does. They're parent and child after all. It's only natural, right?
ねえ、あなた聞いているの？ねえ。
Shut up. Yuji, I came here to do what you came to do, man. You know what I want. Alright, this is goodbye. Makina, it's over. I put an end to everything. This was for the best, wasn't it? Right, Makina? Ah, that's right. I've got to get back. Have to meet Makina tomorrow. From outside, there's a sound of several people approaching the room. Guess someone finally looked up my driver's license. Or maybe Miss Sawada out there reached the alarm button on sheer willpower. In any case, seems like I don't have much time to waste dawdling around. Ah, god damn it. What a pain in the ass. My head's killing me. Sounds like the guards who rush into the next room are hurling their bodies against the door in an attempt to break it down. But if the door was that easy to knock open, it's not like I would have bothered unlocking it myself. Here, I'll get that for you. I twist the knob and open it from the inside, stepping into Sawada's office in one smooth motion. The men in black suits outside start with surprise as the door swings open. I bring my gun to bear and pull the trigger without hesitation. First, the man directly in front of me, a double tap into the abdomen. As his partner falls, the other man hurriedly reaches for the P220 JP in his holster. My next shot lands in his elbow. Unfortunately, this man's got good reflexes. Even as he falls backward from the impact to his elbow, his hand closes around a gun in his holster, firing off a shot in my general direction. Ugh. It wasn't like he had time to aim, but by sheer bad luck, the bullet directly strikes my left eye. A gaping hole opens in the trousers of my uniform, and a round clump of blood splurts violently out of the wound. Quickly suppressing the injury with my free hand, I jump to the side and return fire. Bastard! I actually wanted to feel angry when I shouted that. But the man's quick to recover as well. But I guess it's very difficult for me to, like, be very angry. I could have been angry though if like Kyoko was still not dead yet. But she's dead, so my anger kind of dissipated. Rolling backward with the force of my bullet, he pulls out his gun from its holster and smoothly transfers the weapon to his undamaged weak hand. Before I can get a bead, he squeezes off multiple shots. God damn it! The muzzle flash and the sound of the bullet striking the wall behind me are simultaneous. Dodging isn't an option at this distance. Impacts to my right flank and left shoulder, a harsh buzzing like the wings of a wasp. Half my left ear is gone. Ugh. I don't have the luxury of counting my bullets, let alone lining up a perfect shot. Pulling the trigger again and again, I rush forward at the man. Get the hell out of my way! It's a point-blank battle, almost like two boxers walking to the middle of the ring and slamming away at each other until one falls. Some detached part of me laughs scornfully. Not exactly a sniper sort of fight, and as my opponent falters, I burst past him into the hallway. Don't think I've ever met an assassin who will wait when you ask them to. But as I continue my sprint for the emergency exit, my knee abruptly gives out underneath me. Without time to ready myself for the fall, I crash face first into the floor. Ugh! God damn it. Fucking hurts. I force myself to my knees, dragging my body up off the ground. The blood streaming out of my nose drips heavily from my chin, staining the carpet below. Don't screw with me, you piece of shit. Bracing myself with a hand on the wall, I support my wounded left leg protectively. Somehow, I manage to stand, to crawl forward toward the emergency exit. Wait up, Machina. I'll definitely come pick you up.
Ah, 先輩、おはようございます。昨日はちゃんと眠れましたか？
冗談じゃないわよ。アイリスグローバル本社代表取締役が暗殺されたのよ。しかも犯行を行ったのはうちの狂犬。眠ってる余裕なんてあるわけないじゃないの。
でもマスコミに対する粉飾はうまくいったんですよね。今朝からずっと同じニュースをテレビでやってますよ。某国工作員の犯行かって。
某宗教団体の信者による犯行ってのと迷ったんだけどね。
でもあの団体、教祖が捕まってから牙を抜かれちゃった感がありますからね。今更でしょう。やっぱテロリストの線で正解だったのでは？
I assuming this is like a parody towards what Japan actually experienced. I believe in like very older generations, like the 1980s or 1990s, Japan did actually have some crisis about, you know, cults and all that.
どっちだって一緒よ。結局は永田町と、それとニューヨークとロンドンと日本橋兜町。その辺は
日本の経済が傾いてトイレットペーパーがなくなるってニュース、さっきワイドショーでやってましたよ。
アホらしい。でも、おかげでトイレットペーパーが売れれば、私は少し嬉しいかな。
なんでです？
ある人の勧めでね。少し前に中央区にある大手製紙会社の株を買っておいたの。
Don't you think that this conversation is a bit out of place, JB?
ああ、戦時に陸軍の戦闘機作ってたあの会社ですか？
そう。
うまいことやりましたね。っていうか、勧めてくれたのって誰なんです？
それは秘密。そんなことより、現場から逃走した9029号のその後の足取りはつかめたの？
いえ、それが一向につかめないんですよ。桜田門と協力して目撃情報を集めているみたいなんですけど、今回の件で向こうさんだいぶ苛立ってるみたいで、なかなか情報が入ってきません。
まあ無理もない。現場の SP に死人が出ちゃったらさすがに苛立ちもするでしょう。
でもそれはおあいこじゃないですか。うちの9029だって重傷だって報告ですし、もうどこかで死んじゃってるかもしれないんですよ。
そう簡単に落ちのほど可愛い犬っころじゃないわよ。
でも現場で対応したハムインの報告では少なくとも4発は確実に着弾させたって言ってますし、そのうちの1発はコンクリの壁に当たった長弾だそうですから、相当大きな傷を負っているはずです。
でも死体はまだ発見されていないんでしょ？
時間の問題のような気もしますけど。いえ、別に9029号が死んだ方がいいとか思ってるわけじゃないですよ。
わかってるわよ。
でも本当、どこへ行っちゃったんですかね。帰る場所なんてどこにもないのに。
イリス・マキナの病院は？誰かうちの人間は張り付いているの？
いえ、誰も。今のイリスケはそれどころじゃないでしょうし、彼女もずっと病院で眠ったままで、これからどうなっちゃうんでしょう。
さあね。しばらくして混乱が収まる頃には何らかの処置が取られるんじゃないかしら。
またマキナが代表にですか？
どうかしらね。妹のサリナの方もまだ死んだわけではないし、しばらくは焦げつきそうね。
大変ですね。
人事じゃないわよ。うちだって身内が火を出したことへのエクスキューズで各方面にゴリゴリやられるんだから。
面倒な仕事増やしてくれましたよね、9029号も。
いつだってそうよ。それが9029号の資質と言ってもいいわ。
いつかは私も9029のケースオフィサーをすることになるんですかね。
そうね。もし当代の9029の死亡が確認されて、次代の9029にナンバーを引き継いだとしたら、その時はあなたに預けてもいいわよ。
本当に？ああ、でもきっと私には無理ですよ。
あら、どうして？
私はきっと先輩みたい。
どういう意味？
言葉の通りですよ。緊急連絡！
どこから？
イリス・マキナの入院先の病院からです。読み上げますか？
お願い。
入院中のイリス・マキナが病室から逃亡、いなくなったそうです。
なんですって？どういうこと？
わかりません。意識はまだ回復していなかったのですが、最近はバイタルも安定していたようですから、不意に目覚めてそのまま逃亡したものと思われます。
なんてことを。
捜索しますか？もしかしたら彼女は9029号の潜伏先に向かったのかもしれません。先輩？
いいわ。イリス・マキナのことは放っておきなさい。
Thanks, JB.
でも
いいから。
はい。
She can run all she wants. It's not like there's anywhere left to run to. Even if we leave those two be, there's nothing more to. Those children have no allies. If any hand should reach out to help them now, it could only be that of the devil. A secret organization unbound by law, taking in even irredeemable criminals so long as they have potential, binding them with amnesty, forcing them into advanced training, domesticating watchdogs to serve the national what? National interest. That's right, only the devil's hand, the hand of our company, Circe. A dog that's been domesticated stays that way for life. They may run away, but in the end, they'll grow hungry and return to their kennel. Our dogs don't know how to live without a master. After all, that's the very reason they earned their nickname.
パパ、遅いな。昨日の夜、確かにパパは私に会いに来てくれた。そして今日の夕方にここで待ってろって、必ず迎えに行くって。夕方になる頃にはもう全部終わってるって言ったのに。もしかしてパパは私の本当のパパみたいに私を守るために死んじゃったのかな。そんなことないよね。だって約束したのよさ。そのために死のうだなんて思わないでね。迷惑だからってちゃんと言ったのに、私のせいで誰かが死んじゃうのはもう嫌なのよさ。せっかく私頑張っていろいろなことができるようになって、やっと一人でも生きていけるようになれるかもって思ってたのに、どうして私が好きになる人は みんな死んじゃうの。パパの嘘つき。
Who are you calling a liar? Sorry. Guess I'm a little late. You wait long?
生きてたの？私ずっと心配して待ってたのよ。
It's fine. There's no way I'd die, right? Gave you my word on that. And I kept my other promise too. I put an end to everything.
終わらせたって何を？
Everything. I won't let anyone make you sad again. That's all over now.
本当に？
Yeah.
じゃあまた二人で暮らせる？パパと二人でどこか誰も知らない場所へ行って暮らそうよ。
Sounds good. Let's do that.
行こう。パパ、
Maki.
パパ、どうしたの？大丈夫？
It's fine. Here, Machina. Take and throw it away somewhere. Someplace. Nobody's ever going to find it.
何これ？ピストル？
Won't be needing that thing where we're going now.
パパ、これ血？それになんだかいっぱい地面の上にも血が。パパ、どこか怪我をしているの？
I'm fine. Listen, Machina. I've got something else to give you.
どうすればいいの？私どうすれば？ねえ、パパ！
There's a checkbook and a debit card in the breast pocket of my suit. They're both in your name. That account's got the 70 million you gave to me, and all the money I've saved up at work until now. Every last dime. It's yours now. The pin is 9029. Don't forget that. It's 9029.
どうしてそんなこと言うのよさ。これじゃまるで死んじゃうみたいじゃ。パパ、
Also, one more thing.
パパ、私こっちだよ。
Sorry, I can't see so well anymore. Take this and hold on to it.
これは？
A business card for my company. If you run into trouble, some problem you just can't solve yourself, call this.
パパ、パパ、嘘でしょ。ねえ、パパ、私を一人にして死んじゃうの？ねえ、そんなのやだよ、パパ。
I think I have to do that to show you guys the movie. I don't know how you guys felt about that, but I felt very sad. I still feel like the game had, what is it? It had a lot of issues with the pacing, because a lot of the stuff that happens is mostly inconsequential, right? But it's definitely to show you the dynamic between the characters. And to me, with a lot of the bits of wisdom that the game sometimes throws at you, I do think it makes for an interesting read. I definitely feel very sad again. No wonder, like, past me played this, like, on an all-nighter because once Yuji just, once you got that choice, you basically cannot stop playing, man. Did Yuji do the right thing? I don't know. I personally think I did the right thing by killing her. But was it a good thing to leave behind Machina and just die like that? No. And that's not even a probably, that's a definite no. So wanting to kill, like, Kyoka and dying, it was a selfish thing. But I really did want to kill her. People like that, man. I can't. Those are the people that are not supposed to be put in a place of power. They need to be brought down. Maybe not by me, like, I'm just an average person. I don't have the power. Does it feel good after killing her? No? No, it does not. Like I said, it was just a selfishness, alright? Like, even Yuji's inner voice, or inner demon as you call it, was urging you to kill her. And for the most part, following your instincts like that is never the right choice. And this song is a banger though. But yeah, that's the scene that you saw in the opening. If you guys pay attention, definitely for sure, you guys will see Kyoka being, like, put at gunpoint by Yuji. I had to turn on display capture for the opening, by the way. I don't know why. Hey, thanks for the staff. I'm guessing this is on the English localization. They put this song because in the original that I played, they definitely did not have this music after that epic song. They did not. This is definitely added in because they didn't have enough music to put in the English people. English localization team, I mean. Like, are you serious? They put this music on that theme? Why? This isn't even Amane's ending theme. This is Machina's, damn you. There you go, the Force of Doubt. But yeah, Machina's route definitely poses a lot of questions about morality. About what's the right thing for you to do, right? And to me personally, I think this was the right thing for me. Tuna fish beautiful, insert song. They actually made a song for that, I forgot. worry, it's not the end yet. It's kind of awkward though having this music where you just finish listening to that like powerful music. This is also the only ending, mind you, that if you choose to kill her and not kill her, the ending theme song plays either way. Alright.
それから半年、倒れたパパを抱えて途方に暮れていた私は、パパにもらった名刺の番号に電話した。私がイリスマキナだと伝えると、すぐに助けに行くって言ってくれて、本当にすぐに真っ赤なお尻の大きなスポーツカーが現れた。赤いスポーツカーに乗っていたのは、肌の浅黒いお尻の大きなメガネのお姉さんで、
Oh, it's Kiara.
私とパパはそのお姉さんに助けてもらって、ハーキュリーズとかいうでっかい飛行機で雨、そして
sorry.
私はかねてからの希望通り、パパに返してもらった7000万円を元手にして、海辺の小さな町の片隅で小さなパン屋さんを始めた。今日も誰もお客さん来ないね。何がいけないんだろう。お店を始めてみたのはいいけれど、やっぱり日本人が焼くパン屋というのはあまり人気がないみたい。たまにお客さんがやってきても、お店に入った途端に嫌な顔をしてみんな出て行ってしまう。パンの味には少しだけ自信があるだけに、食べもしないうちに帰られてしまうと少し悔しい。それでも私が頑張らないと。パパはもうずっと病気で体の調子が悪いから、私が頑張って働かないと。私を助けてくれたのはパパなんだから。私の命はパパのものなのよ。逆に言えばパパの命も私のものなんだけどね。ねえパパ、相変わらずお客さんもいないし、朝ごはんにしようか。
And this music is so out of place right now. Yeah, sounds like a plan, Machina.
今日はちゃんとご飯食べられそう？パパってば、私が何を作ってもいっつも残すんだから。
Don't worry, I'll eat it all today.
絶対よ。ねえパパ、そこのお塩取って。
You can get that yourself, kid.
パパの意地悪。いいよーだ、自分で取るから。
This music is so not supposed to be playing right now. Machina, don't you have to water the apple tree?
そうだね。リンゴの鉢植えにお水あげなきゃ。しょっと。リンゴ、なかなか育たないね。
Maybe it's already withered.
そんなことないのよ。いつかきっと大きな木になって、たくさんたくさん実がなるのよさ。早く実がなるといいな。そうしたらまたアップルパイを焼いてあげるのよ。
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
パパの言葉は私にしか聞こえない。どうし えないんだろう。こんなにはっきりと聞こえるのに。ねえ、パパ。
Yeah, you're right, Machina.
空を見上げれば真っ青に晴れている。カモメの鳴き声と波の音が聞こえる。今日もいい天気な。ねえ、今日は何して遊ぼっか。パパ、自転車に乗ってペットショップに子犬を見に行こうか。そんでね、夜になったら海岸に出て花火をしよう。へへ、そう？そんな子供っぽいかな。わかってるのよ。もうすぐお腹の赤ちゃんが生まれてくるし、そしたらちゃんとお母さんになるから大丈夫。きっと大丈夫。ちゃんとやっママになるから。ね。あれ、電話だ。パパ、ちょっと待っててね。Hello, this is Mekina speaking.
909仕事よ。
わかった。どこに行けばいい
？30分後に迎えの車を出すわ。準備して待機。
了解。そう。ごめんね。私、仕事に行ってこなきゃ。大丈夫。無理はしないのよ。ほら、お腹の赤ちゃんのこともあるし。じゃあ、パパ、私、お仕事に行ってくるね。大丈夫。すぐに終わらせて戻ってくるから。ね。愛してるよ、パパ。大丈夫。何も心配はいらないのよ。私、もう何でも一人でできるようになったのよ。だから今度は私がパパを助けてあげる。大丈夫。私が絶対パパを守るから。だから静かに待っててね。引き金を引くとき、頭の中で騒がれると玉が
Sorry.
外れるから。
Okay. And it doesn't even give me the omake. That goes to show that you got a bad ending, man. God, that is so creepy. And yes, that is our body bag. Man, that really very, very disturbing. I can't believe we have to not pull the trigger though. When I first played through this, I definitely pulled the trigger because I cannot stand this bitch. Yeah, that's right. This woman's not worthy to be called a mother, but they're still parent and child. And when you kill your parent, even if they're the scum of the earth, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. God damn it. It's no good. Now I'm remembering. I can't kill. It's no good. I'm no good after all. What a joke. What a complete goddamn joke. What the hell am I doing? Falling flat onto my backside on the spot, I explode into roars of laughter. It's the briefest of chances, but Irisu Kyoka seizes it. As I laugh with the deranged bitterness of a man who's given up on the world itself, the woman's hand leaps for the alarm button under her desk. And in that moment, I really, truly don't give a damn. About her, about myself, about anything in the world. There are hurried footsteps in the corridor within seconds. The sound of someone bursting into the secretary's office. Guess that's that. Well, for a piece of shit like me, I guess it was a pretty respectable showing. The thought fills me with something like resignation. My throbbing heart slows. The red-hot flame in the center of my mind grows cold and still. The guards in the office outside are throwing their bodies against the door, aggravated by its refusal to open. For some reason, their obvious irritation strikes me as somewhat amusing. So they're going to break out the master key, huh? Guess that means they're probably not our people. Well, not that I particularly care at this point. It's a simple trick. Take a shotgun with massive 12-gauge ammunition and blast away the upper and lower hinges on the left, then the area by the lock. Not pretty, but it opens just about any door, hence the nickname. Soon enough, the doors smash violently inward. A man in black bursts into the room shoulder first, leading with one leg, like a charging martial artist, his automatic pointed to the ground.
助けて早くこの子を殺してテロリストよ
I see. They're going to turn me into a terrorist, huh? JB must have been the one who prepared that scenario. Wonder if I'll be from the north or the east. Well, probably the north. Drop my weapon, he says. Unfortunately, I already tossed my gun on the floor before you even came in, Rambo. Why the hell would I bother fighting back this late in the game? Just dispose of me however you like.
わかった。待ってるのよ。だから必ず来てね。
Ah, shit. That's right. I promised Machina, didn't I? Sorry, kid. I screwed up. You'd think that if you chose this the first time, this would be the bad end, but nope. This is actually not the bad end. Don't think I'll be able to come pick you up. I really am sorry, Machina.
早く殺して
ですが、抵抗行動はしていません。
関係ないわこの子私を殴ったのよ殺して
確保だ
The two security police have already placed themselves between me and Azaikyousuke, completely sheltering her body. Wouldn't think the woman was bawling like a baby a minute ago. The instant she's standing behind someone's back, her voice gets a lot louder. That side of you really does remind me of my old man. A weak laugh, tinged with self-mockery, pushes its way out of my lungs. The largest of the SP officers reaches out to restrain me, probably looking to grab my wrist, yank it behind my back, then press my chest to the floor with his knee. Ow! Ugh! The instant that massive baseball mitt of a hand seizes my right wrist with bone-crushing force, I reflexively try to pull it free.
おとなしくしろ貴様
Ugh! Circling behind me, the man strikes the side of my head with a 3-stage extendable baton. A tingling warmth spreads in the back of my nose. That attitude pisses me off. He has power. I have none. I'm not even resisting. He still knocks me around. That's perfectly normal to him. Comes as naturally as breathing. And all of a sudden, it makes me very, very angry. My right hand twists instinctively in his grip. I lean back, shifting my weight to my waist, pushing myself up off the ground. I jerk his wrist sharply upward as I turn to face him. Even as I exhale the air in my lungs through pursed lips, my left hand reaches for the man's eyes, but he's ready for it. His baton falls to the ground. His open hand catches my wrist. We've each got a hold of a wrist now. It's become a contest of strength. Against a muscle monster like this, a simple grappling match isn't going to end well. With a small twitch of my captured wrist, I abruptly let the muscles in my arm go slack, no longer resisting his attempt to overpower me. The man's torso lurches forward, destabilizing his body's center of gravity. I don't give him a chance to regain his balance. Guiding his arm up and over my shoulder, I step forward, trying to use the weight of his unbalanced upper body as leverage for a throw. Know how to plant yourself, but guys who have done judo are seriously difficult to uproot. Abruptly changing tactics, I release my grip on his left wrist with a little jerk to the side. Again, taken by surprise, he waves his hands in circles like a beginner on a balance beam. As I move to tackle my opponent, the SP who'd been hanging back to guard Kyoka lunges at me from behind. Quickly twisting around as we tumble across the floor, I lift my legs into the air, then push forward off my back and drive my toes into the onrushing officer's gut. Using the backlash from my kick, I roll forward over the stomach and chest of the man who collapsed with me. Momentum carries me to my feet above the prone policeman. I instantly drop my kick down onto his throat like the blade of a guillotine. Are you sure you're not killing someone, you? Maintaining the pressure, I frantically search for the gun I abandoned earlier, but it's already been kicked into a corner of the room, much too far for me to reach out and grab. Need a weapon. The man pinned underneath my knee seems a good option, but when I flip back his jacket, there's no gun strapped to his armpit. Must be a hip holster. Clicking my tongue in irritation, I reflexively grab the golden ballpoint pen, peeking out from the breast pocket of his Oxford shirt. The third of Kyoka's defenders brings his shotgun to bear. You want to shoot? Go ahead. I grab the man underneath me by the back collar of his suit and tumble away, pulling his body with me as a human shield. Doesn't matter if you've got rifled slugs or 00 buckshot at this range. There's no way for him to shoot at me without killing his comrade as well. No one from Sakuradamon would ever make that choice. In the first place, not relying on firearms except when strictly necessary is a point of pride in that organization. That said, I've got 3 opponents. One of them may be out of the picture, but if I just sit here, the others will subdue me. What do I do? While I'm stalling, the man I knocked down with a kick to the solar plexus totters to his feet. There's no more time to hesitate. What do I do? As my eyes dart around the room, I tighten my grip on my human shield's collar, bending his body backward like a bow against my knee, and in that moment, he slips out of his jacket and tumbles noisily onto the floor. CS, huh? It's a palm-sized spray can. Almost looks like a plain black bottle of deodorant at a glance. But the contents are without a doubt chlorobenzyl denim. Oh my god, that's so fucking long! Chlorobenzyl denimlononitrile. In other words, tear gas. You could have just said tear gas, Yuji, and I would have known what that is. I quickly pick up the can and fire a blast into the face of the approaching officer. Although it certainly seems effective, it's not the kind of CS my company would be using. The chemical is sprayed out as a diffuse mist, so it can't be used against distant opponents. The gas, riding the currents of the room's air conditioning, begins to flow toward Kyoka and her third guard. Struck suddenly by a plan of sorts, I jab the golden ballpoint pen in my hand into the side of the with all my might. I instantly cover my nose and mouth with the cuff of my uniform. Tears are already pouring from my eyes in streams. Pulling out the pen from the canister, I hurl the little gas grenade at the man with the shotgun. Probably acting on pure instinct as an SP officer, the man throws Kyoka to the ground, covering her body protectively with his own. Now! I leap to my feet, mouth buried in the crook of my arm, and bolt for the door. On the verge of escaping, I notice a large tabletop lighter in the shape of a goddess on the reception desk and reach out to grab it. There's a sound of a shotgun being pumped behind me. Now that I've left my shield behind, he has no reason to hold back.
止まれ
Ugh. An impact to my right shoulder like the blow of a giant's hammer. My field of vision is instantly dyed in shades of red. The bone-shattering shock travels through my skeleton, shaking my skull violently. The 12-gauge blast is powerful enough to explode capillaries across the right half of my body. Blood forces out of its vessels, gathers in my eyes. Tumbling forward through the door, I instinctively try to pull up off the thick carpet, but my right arm's completely powerless. I collapse awkwardly to the floor. Ugh. Ugh. Lifting myself up a little with pure abdominal strength, I reach over to my right shoulder, or what's left of it. The muscle and flesh are simply gone. My fingers sink easily into a massive wound. It's fine. I won't die. There's no real reason to believe that. But unless I convince myself it's true, I'm going to fall to the ground and lie there paralyzed. It's fine. This is nothing. Just a scratch. Human beings don't die that easily. There's no problem here. Repeating the words in my mind like a mantra, I gather my willpower into a swirling vortex deep inside my gut. Stand up. I force my knees to push my body erect, but my legs shake like those of a newborn foal. I can't get to my feet. From behind, the sound of a shotgun being pumped. Cold dread shoots through my spine. Looking over my shoulder, I find a man with a gun scrubbing his eyes vigorously with the cuff of his suit as he hacks and wheezes painfully. He's in no shape to line up a shot, but at this range, even a blindly fired warning shot could easily kill me. I bite down on my lower lip fiercely enough to draw blood, willing my convulsing legs to support my weight, begging myself to stand. I've got to hurry. Backup might arrive any minute. I have to get out of here. Now. Leaning heavily against the wall, I rise to my feet. Slowly, painfully, I leave the president's office behind. The cigar-lighting goddess tucked under my arm. Just be patient, Machina. I'll definitely come pick you up. Reaching the passage, I hold the statue up to the fire alarm above and bathe it in a glass of flame. Every emergency door in the building will be automatically unlocked when the fire alarm goes off. With this done, I can slip into and out of any floor. After pushing my way out onto the emergency staircase through the exit with the sensor cable earlier, I jam the enormous slider in between the handrail and the door's lever, rendering it impossible to open from the inside. Got to get this patched up somewhere. Maybe the gunshot was too large a trauma to process, but it doesn't really hurt at the moment. Some part of my brain's probably decided I'd die of shock if I became aware of the pain. I swear to God, the world's too damn round. It's impossible to walk straight. Propelling myself from one near fall to the next on trembling legs, I flee into the night. Yeah, considering that turn of events, you think that this is the bad ending, right?
おはよう、キアラ。
あ、先輩、おはようございます。昨日はちゃんと眠れましたか？
眠れたように見える？あんなことがあったのに、眠ってる時間なんてあるわけないじゃないの。マスコミに。
Oh, sorry.
なんか先輩、少し痩せました？
今朝試しに体重計に乗ってみたら3キロ痩せてたわ。
3 kilos in a week. That's pretty fast. Then again, my weight actually fluctuates quite a lot. Sometimes even like, I'd say 3 pounds a day. A day, not a week.
まあ、羨ましい。
あなたね。そりゃあなたはいいわよ。午前0時を過ぎた時点で交代になって、家に帰ってシャワーを浴びてビール飲んでラーメン食べて寝たんでしょ。そりゃ太るわよ。
なんで知ってるんです？
あなたの行動なんか簡単に予想できるわよ。私が何年この仕事やってると思ってるの？
やだな、まさか私の部屋にカメラとかマイク仕掛けてないですよね。
なんであんたなんかの監視のために貴重な 1% 枠を割かなきゃいけないのよ。
ですよね。
そんなことより現場から逃走した9029号のその後の足取りはつかめたの？
いえ、それがぷっつりと途絶えたままです。最後の情報は昨夜の午前1時過ぎに上野駅の周辺でそれらしい人物を見たという不確かな目撃情報のみですね。もうどこかで死んじゃってるってことはないですかね。
そう簡単に死ぬようには訓練してないわ。
でも現場で対応したハム員の報告では致命傷を負わせたという話ですし、現場の視察に行ったうちの人間の話では致死量に匹敵する血痕が確認できたそうですよ。
I wonder what's worse, 4 gunshots from the previous route, or from the previous branching that we chose, or just having your right shoulder, just you don't have a right shoulder anymore, basically. Your right arm's gone.
でも死体はまだ発見されていない。だったらっていると考えるべきね。
だといいんですけど。いえ、別に先輩がかくまってるんじゃないかとか疑ってませんし、9029号が生きてたらいいなとか肩を持つ発言をしたわけじゃないですよ。
わかってるわよ。
でも本当どこへ行っちゃったんですかね。帰る場所なんて。
イリスマキナの病院は誰かうちの人間は張り付いているの？
I think for the most part everything plays out the same, but we'll see. I might changes.
いえ、誰も。イリスケからも何の依頼もありませんし、彼女もずっと病院で眠ったままで、これからどうなっちゃうんでしょう。
I still personally think that Azaikyousuke was someone worth putting down though. But that's just me.
さあね。イリスキヨカは今日の4時の飛行機で海外へ渡るそうよ。娘のサリナを連れてね。
マキナは置いてけぼりですか
？9029の死亡が確認できないうちは部活にタッチできないんじゃない？
うちの9029はしつこいですからね。もし海外に逃げたとしても僕どこまでも追いかけてくるでしょうね。何でしたっけ？そんな9029号を揶揄した言葉がありましたよね。
9029に狙われるということはキレの悪いクソに悩まされるようなものだでしょ？
That is pretty weird thing to say, but okay.
年前にキューバの麻薬カルテルの幹部が先代の9029に対して言った言葉よ。
いくつ代が変わろうと9029は恐怖のナンバーですよ。エースナンバーってやつです。いつかは私も9029のケースオフィサーをすることになるんですかね。
そうね。もし当代の9029の死亡が確認されて次代の9029にナンバーを引き継いだとしたら、その時はあなたに預けてもいいわよ。
本当に？でも自信ないな。歴代の I9029 号って言えば命令無視に公明に不服従、いつだって管理官を泣かしてきたって言いますしね。
いいじゃない。程よくダイエットできるわよ。
なんか先輩見てると人より早く老けそうで嫌だな。
それってどういう意味かしらね。
怒らないでくださいよ。おっと、いいタイミングで緊急連絡。
どこから？
で、なんだ、イリスマキナの病院から7時半の定時連絡です。読み上げますか？
お願い。
本日の午前6時30分、イリスマキナの意識が回復したようです。
そう、よかった。
当人の意識はまだだいぶ混濁しているようですが、バイタルは極めて安定しているようです。よかったですね。
そうね。後で今回の件の報告も兼ねてお見舞いに行ってくるわ。
バームクーヘン持って。
そう、バームクーヘンを持ってね。
Not that I took Kiara's frivolous banter seriously or anything, but I do stop at a Western-style cake shop near Irisu Makina's hospital to buy a Baumkuchen prior to my visit that afternoon. When I return to my car, the one-sec broadcast on my navigation system is still buzzing with reports concerning the attempted assassination at Irisu Global HQ last night. The contents of the stories are more or less the same, no matter what channel I flip to. The crime was the work of a terrorist group of unknown nationality. The ringleader and would-be assassin was quickly overpowered by special police guarding the building with attempted suicide. And although he was immediately rushed to the hospital, his death was confirmed in the ambulance prior to arrival. It's a shoddy hackneyed? I don't know if that's actually correct or not, the pronunciation there. But I suppose it is. Hackneyed bit of embroidery, but for some reason, that's just a sort of window dressing the organism known as the public is most eager to swallow. Most likely because a story full of holes offers more opportunity to carp about the government's response. It's more entertaining. One morning talk show has quickly arranged for a special panel discussion featuring an economic analyst who's become a popular early morning talking head recently, along with a military commentator who's made a name for himself through comically strident, anti-American ravings, frequent opponents currently engaging in a vigorous, spit-spewing exchange of ideas.
まずはこちらのフリップをご覧ください。このグラフはここ10年のアイリスグループの経済推移を示したグラフで、テロリストといえば一言目には北だの東だのともてはやされていますが、皆さんは某 C 国という国の存在を忘れてはいませんか？
Country C? Does that mean China?
そう、世界で2番目にプライドの高い国、あの国です。
With a quiet snort, I pick up the nav system's remote control and flip from the one-seg broadcast back to the GPS screen. Mass media targeted embroidery Type A, Plan B. The scenario I prepared is permeating into the public discourse much as anticipated. In 20 days, a pre-planned shakeup at the Ministry of Justice will become the new hot topic of the moment. And for the majority of the citizenry, this incident will be bundled off into a dusty corner of their memory. This chain of incidents has reached a tentative conclusion, but there's still the mystery of I-9029's current whereabouts. And one other problem. Simultaneously, the most trivial and the most crucial element of this case also remains unresolved. A mother who fled overseas, leaving her daughter in a hospital as though abandoning a broken toy she'd grown bored of. The question of how Irisu Makina will be dealt with interests me greatly. The girl hasn't simply been left behind by an indifferent mother. That's only a superficial part of the truth. It would be more accurate to say that we've used the confusion to take control of her as a potential material witness. It proves a wise bet. In compensation for a full accounting of the events that took place last night, Irisu Makina offers me extensive details concerning the Irisu clan's past history of corruption and criminal misconduct. The information in her verbal statement is astonishingly precise, proof that her memories of the family's secret record books remain vivid and clear down to the minutest details. And so, in the form of a young woman, our organization obtains the Irisu clan's Book of the Dead, a prize worthy of all we spend in its pursuit. The knowledge I gained this afternoon alone will be more than sufficient a bargaining chip to seal the Irisu's lips concerning 9029's misconduct. With the addition of one more document to the most classified files of the secret organization known as SIRS, we immediately extend a guarantee of personal security to our newest resource.
残された問題は今後のあなたの身の振り方だけれど、うちでできる限りの援助はします。何か希望は？
You're not sleeping, Makina.
あなた、私の話、ちゃんと聞こえている？
Her eyes are open wide, and I know she's fully alert. But for the last little while, the girl's simply been staring at the apple seedling sitting by the window with a dopey look in her eyes. Perhaps it would have been best to conceal the fact that Kazami Yuji disappeared after suffering grave injuries. In combination with his failed assassination of Makina's own mother, the shock might might even prove powerful enough to trigger a relapse of her prior aphasia.
これからどうする？帰るってどこに？
The girl no longer has any such thing. Her mother and sister have gone overseas in search of an organ donor. Her own family wanted her dead. Under such circumstances, who can she possibly return to? There's only one possible answer to my question.
パパのところへ帰る。
パパ？パパってどっちの？
Her father in heaven? Or that domesticated dog of ours who seems to have fallen off the face of the earth? Well, I suppose it really has to be the latter.
風見雄二の消息はまだつかめてはいないわ。
約束したの。パパが絶対に私を迎えに来てくれるって約束したの。
約束。
そう、約束。だからもう大丈夫なのよ。放っておいてくれれば私パパと一緒にずっと一緒に二人で暮らすから。
Oh, sorry. A lonely girl in a hospital bed, dreaming of an ephemeral future. Someday, the prince will come and carry her away. She truly believes that. And in time, the day will come when she can look back on that dream with nostalgia. With this little soliloquy running through my head, I leave Irisu Makina's hospital room behind. The evening of that same day, I learned that she slipped out of her bed and disappeared quietly from the hospital.
パパ、遅いな。もうずっと長いこと悪い夢を見ていたような、そんな気がする。私が美浜学園にいたことも、風見雄二という人と出会ってパパになってもらったことも、すべてが夢だったんじゃないかって、そんな風にも思える。でもこうして私の手にはリンゴの苗は残った。だとしたらパパの存在も夢ではなかったんだって信じたかった。だって約束したのよ。約束したもの。だから絶対来るよ。パパは絶対に来る。だってパパは一度も約束を破ったことないもん。だから私はこうして待ち合わせの約束の駅で植木鉢を抱えてパパを待つ。もう約束の時間を少し過ぎているし、何人も行き交う駅前の人が不思議そうな顔をして私を見ていくけど、そんなの気にしない。もう私は人を怖がったりなんかしない。だってもうすぐパパが私を迎えに来てくれるもの。何も不安なんてないのよさ。
Makina. Sorry, guess I'm a little late. You wait long?
待ってたの。ずっと待ってたの。
I see. My bad. Also, I'm sorry. I told you I'd put an end to everything, but I couldn't pull it off.
私はパパがいてくれればそれでいいの。だからまた逃げ出して2人だけでどこか誰も知らない場所へ行って暮らそうよ。
Yeah, sounds good. Let's do that.
行こう。こうして私たち2人は手を取り合って身を寄せ合うようにして電車に揺られる。ねえ、どこへ行くの？
Good question. Any place you want to go, Machina?
海？
The sea, huh?
海がいいのよ。
So we go to the beach, and then what?
花火がしたいな。
What else?
子犬と遊びたい。それと自転車の乗り方を教えてほしいな。
What do those have to do with the beach?
そうだね。
Well, it's fine. We've got the money. I haven't touched that 70 million yen you gave me. We can do anything at all.
じゃあそれでフロリダの海辺に家を買おうよ。
Why Florida, though? Florida, huh? That a nice place?
温暖で過ごしやすいのよ。名物はシーフードとセックス。
Thought that Florida was famous for a lot of the weird news that goes from there. Sounds appealing. I'm a big fan of both.
海辺に家を買ってその家で私の手作りのパンを出す店を始めようよ。
I like that. Hell, we'll get you a puppy and a bicycle too. And at night, we can go out and play with fireworks. And, well, let's see. What else? We still got plenty of money. Machina, what do you want to do?
そうな。でも今はパパがいればそれでいいのよさ。あとはいらない。
I see.
パパ？
Hmm? What is it?
血が出てるのよ。ほら、座席にも床の上にもこんなにいっぱい。
Yup. Truth is, I screwed up a bit. But it's fine. Doesn't hurt that much.
痛くない怪我は死んじゃう怪我なんだよ。
Yeah, might be. It's getting hard to keep my eyes open. Feels like I'm going to fall asleep, unless I keep talking.
寝たら死んじゃうのよ。パパ？ねえ、また私を一人残して死んじゃうの？ねえ、そんなのやだよ。パパ！
You know, it feels as though there's no good ending for Machina, is there? I wonder if I can skip this one. Ah, I can skip it actually, because we've already seen it. I'm guessing you only need to see like those ending once and you can skip everything. I don't know if I think every character has a different ending song though.
私はパパと約束した通り、パパが私に返してくれた7000万円を元手に、海辺の小さな町の片隅で小さなパン屋さんを始めた。お店を始めて最初の頃は日本人が焼くパン屋ということであまりお客さんは多くなかった。それでも最近は お客さんも少しずつ増えてきて、私の焼くメロンパンを楽しみにしてくれている馴染みのお客さんもできた。
Damn, I wish we have some good melon pawns here.
もし私一人だったらここまで来ることもできなかったし、お店を始めようとも思わなかっただろう。私には私を助けてくれる人が思った以上にたくさんいて、多くの人に助けられて、その中でも一番感謝しているのは。
Morning, Machina.
パパ、おはよう。昨日はよく眠れた？
Yeah, I've been sleeping a lot better lately.
とにかく座って。今コーヒー入れてあげるのよ。
Yeah, appreciate it.
よかった。元気になって。1年前のあの日、あのまま死んじゃうのかと思ったのよ。
Hey, you grew your hair, Yuji. Those are some long hair. Not the bangs, I mean at the backside. To hear JB tell it, I'm not a sweet enough mutt to roll over and die that easily.
でも、右腕はなくなっちゃったけどね。
Well, what are you gonna do? The bones and muscle in my shoulder were totally pulverized. So the arm was basically dangling off a bit of skin. I knew it was gone the instant I got a decent look. When I was changing clothes in the station bathroom after being shot, I even considered just ripping the thing off and leaving it behind. Decided against it though. No reason to give some poor janitor a heart attack.
だからってコンビニで買ったガムテープでぐるぐる巻きにすることないのよさ。あの時私、パパの傷口の治療しながら何度も吐いたのよ。
True enough. Sorry about that.
私こそごめんなのよ。私のために本当にごめんなさい。
It's fine. Feels like a bit of a lucky break if anything. Small for a divorce from the devil.
ね、パパ。ちょうどお客さんもいない時間だし、朝ごはんにしようか。
Yeah, I'm actually starving.
最近はちゃんとご飯食べてくれるようになったから、私ちょっと嬉しいのよ。あれ、電話だ。パパ、ちょっと待っててね。Hello, this is Mekina speaking.
The way she pronounces Machina is very interesting.
内容9-9仕事よ。
んだよ、キアラかよ。なんなのよさ、こんな時間に。
緊急よ。30分後に迎えの車を出すわ。準備して。
めんどくせえ。おめえがやれよ。ライフル貸してやっから。私まだ朝ごはんも食べてないのよ。
あなたね、そんなもの私だって食べてないわよ。いいから準備するの。まったくもう、どうして90295はいっつも言うこと聞かない襲名するのかしら。
そうカリカリすんなよ。生理が止まるぞ。
あなたたちがそうやってのんきにパン屋なんてやってられるのは誰のおかげだと思ってるの？
おーらい、わかってるって。ちゃんと働けばいいんでしょ。働けば真面目にやるのよさ。
正常期に誓って。
はいはい、正常期に誓って。
27分後迎えを出します。シーソービで待機。
やあ。
You going?
なんか急な仕事なんだって。ごめんね。一人で大丈夫？
Not a problem. I'm pretty used to the artificial arm by now. Making coffee shouldn't be an issue.
じゃ、ちょっち行ってくるのよさ。
Don't screw up, kid.
問題ない。任して。ああ、そうだ。パパのリューポルド借りてっていい？
What, again? You're always breaking them.
大丈夫。ね、お願い。
Fine. Take it.
やったー。あんがとう。すぐ戻ってくるからね。私は愛用の L96A1 AWS の入ったケースと無理を言ってパパに借りたリューポルドのケースを折りたたみのアルミカートに縛り付け、迎えの車が来る近所のショッピングセンターの駐車場までガラガラとカートを引いて歩く。フロリダの日差しはとても強くて、サングラスをかけた目を空に向ければ大きな太陽が照りつけて頬を焼く。今日もいい天気になりそうなのよさ。こういう日はカラッとしてて湿度が低いから球もよく飛ぶし、きっと一発で当たるよね。新しい街で新しい仕事として店を始め、そして私は重度負傷で退役したパパの代わりに新しいアルバイトを始めた。すべてがこれまでの私にはなかったもので、慣れないうちは戸惑うことも多いけれど、私は今の生活に満足している。そう、とても満足している。これまでの人生ではろくなことがなかったような気がするけれど、今は自分にできることが多くなったせいか、毎日が楽しい。そしてきっと明日もそのまた先もずっとずっと毎日楽しいに違いないと、そう思えることが幸せだった。この穏やかな生活を守るのが今の私の一番の目標。9029現着。
確認した。
たった一言ですぐに回線が切られるのにも慣れた。この幸せな生活を守るにはやらなければいけないことがたくさんある。でも大丈夫。今日はまだ頭は痛くない。さて、頑張りますか。そう自分に言い聞かせて見上げた空にはカモメの群れが飛んでいた。私はかけていたサングラスを外し、ポケットから出した目薬をさしながら静かに打ち寄せる波の音を聞いた。心のまどろむ
My bad, sorry.
平和な音だった。
Jeez, that was... I know that was the ending, and it is actually the good ending because as you can see, now we unlock the extras. But can you really say that's a good ending considering Makina had to take up Yuji's job? Which means that she's probably killing people in his place. I get the main... what is it? Main message though, the moral message of the story. To get something, or it basically to earn happiness, you have to dirty your own hands, right? Basically, throughout the whole story, it was about Makina being protected by Yuji. But at the end, it's Makina's turn to actually do the protecting because Yuji is not really 9029 anymore. But man, can you really say that's a happy ending? Mind you, I have never actually played any of the fan disc on the second game except for Sachi's. Reason being is that I am just very biased towards Sachi. But after we finish this game, I am going to be playing those like what if scenarios before we go through the main route, which is Yuji's backstory. But alright, this actually turned into a 3-hour plus episode. 3 hours 30 plus minutes without any sex scenes, mind you. So, I will be cutting this on YouTube to 2 parts. I mean, I might as well cut it into 2 parts on Patreon too, but we'll see. It's probably gonna save space, I think, and I'm going to be rendering it anyway, so it doesn't feel like I'm really wasting time by doing so. But I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I enjoyed this route quite a lot. The beginning was a bit rough. The middle part was pretty nice. The ending, I do feel like it's not a very happy ending overall. But I did enjoy the journey of this route. And we'll see what the next route brings us, okay? I think the next route is actually Amane. But hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Leave a like and subscribe. I remember to do that. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Probably gonna be a happy ending overall. But I did enjoy the journey of this route. And we'll see what the next route brings us, okay? I think the next route is actually Amane. But hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Leave a like and subscribe. I remember to do that. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.